So when I was much younger, I used to look at the world through the optical illusion lenses, the mirage, the false narrative that business owners or core companies would always do the right thing and that they were somehow thriving and putting the right amount of money in the right people's pockets in skateboarding. And while perhaps that could have been the truth 10, 15, 20 years ago, there is nothing furthest from the truth today. Not too long ago, Mickey Papa sat down with Mikey Taylor in his podcast, and Mikey asked Mickey straight up, what's the current status in skateboarding and the money that there's in there? His answer? Pretty direct, but disturbing.
I'm on the outside looking in now. So I'm like just a fan. I don't really pay attention to like companies or sales, or I have no gauge on the health of the industry. Mm-hmm. But outside looking in, it looks horrible. Is it that bad, or am I just out of touch now?
Okay, first question I gotta ask. Are we speaking freely, or are we like...
That's up to you, bro.
Are we recording? Like, this is it?
This is...
Okay.
Dude, the fact that he had to ask that clarifying question before he answered, super sad, dude. That's tragic.
This is going out, so if you want to keep it PC...
But from what I see, we're definitely in a huge downturn for everything, you know? What companies are really even doing good? Like, what board companies are adding people? What board companies are able to still pay people? What board companies are just covering their expenses, you know? And if I'm just kind of look at it from the outside, it seems like to me there's kind of like one funneling source. Like, if I'm thinking my perspective of big companies, I'm thinking like P-Rod with Primitive and like Shane with April, maybe Nija and Disorder, but like all of that money seems to be coming from one place, which is like guys who got good checks from Nike are able to fund their dream, essentially. Like, have a board company, have a crew, like, go do videos. But outside of that, I'm like, what independent board companies are really doing?
Dude, jaw-dropping moment that I hadn't even connected those dots just yet. It's like, but there's a lot of companies doing good, right? There's Primitive, there's April, there's Disorder from Nija. Hey, Monarch Project, at one point it was down, like it's down now, but at one point Monarch with Letizia Buffoni, that was something. Like, there's a lot of new companies popping up. What do they all have in common? Nike, dude, Nike is funding like some of the best skateboarding teams out there. And I'm not saying that they can't produce their own sales and sustain themselves. I'm not saying that, but many people that have operated business within the skateboarding realm have confessed multiple times on record that usually you need an additional and outside source of income to keep it going. So this, I don't mean to kind of steer off into the wilderness here. Instead of not being on the main road, I'm into stocks. So I buy company shares, options, etc. Or just want to be informed of them all the time. And wasn't there recently a document saying that, wait a second, NVIDIA is like kind of like buying its own shares? They're like self-inflating their portfolio, making the numbers look like something that's not really happening. Like,
what the skate snitch here is talking about is the circulatory investment and demand cycles that NVIDIA recently came under fire over. They are essentially incentivizing, some could call that paying, for their customers to buy their products. They are not the first to use this practice, but the highest valuation company to use it by far.
You know what I'm saying? It's all like a mirage. It's all an illusion. And like, is that kind of happening in skateboarding? Skateboarding companies are paying skateboarders money that they can put back into companies that pay the skaters that skate for those companies that put money back in the skateboarding company. Like, whoa, what is happening here? So it's just terrible, bro. Okay, in a series of appearances, who is the fourth skater in DVS's Skate More? And what is the... In my previous video, we discussed how some skaters are actually out there working 3 jobs to keep skateboarding. Heck, one could say skateboarding doesn't pay any money. Not that it pays bad money, it pays no money at all. Because what's up with the trips? You have to go to a contest, buy your own ticket, buy your own hotel, pay for your own expenses. And if you don't win the contest, there's only a select amount of winners. How many people enter? So it's not even a business anymore, bro. For a lot of people, the sad reality is that it's a hobby / expense. It doesn't generate money to skate. It costs money to skate. So you're telling me some of the best pros out there are just like you and I. We just have to pay for our boards and for our skate expenses because nobody puts money in our pockets. That's the sad, like, raw reality of where we're at right now in skateboarding. I saw a video recently that got me a little choked up, as funny or as soft as you may think I am for that, where Corey Glick, I'm not too sure if you've heard of Corey Glick before, but he was filming for a video part and he just got dropped. And then, so like before the video release, and he was like, bro, I'm like, seriously, right now, I'm just like walking dogs and doing like these super random odd jobs. And his attitude, dude, is so heartbreaking because he still has a positive attitude. He has a positive outlook on his future. Let me just show you the video that he posted real quick.
It's definitely been an eye-opening experience just regaining what skateboarding is without getting paid. I thought everything was gravy. I was working on this video, really hyped, and then they called me a few weeks before the video came out and told me I was lost. I'm kind of in a limbo right now. If someone wants to pay me to skate, like I would love to keep doing this, but I'm also like looking for jobs. Lately, I've just been walking dogs, pet sitting and stuff, but most days I'll just bike around, shooting photos and looking for spots, just exploring and keeping myself hyped. Finding new spots is like one of my favorite things to do and like most motivating ways to keep skating, I'd say. Most of the stuff I do, I just like throwing shit at the wall, like hoping it'll work. Wall rides, one of my favorite tricks, and like I still have dreams of doing certain wall ride tricks. Finishing up Endless Beauty, I was just super motivated being on a new company and just wanting to make something I was proud of and push myself for Jerry. Obviously, I'll never stop filming parts, and I have so many more ideas and tricks I want to do and places I want to go. I still have a lot of like mistakes left, but I just don't have anyone funding it. Hopefully, something will work out.
I can only imagine how much the current climate, economic climate, is impacting potential future superheroes that never get to fully explore that side of skateboarding or their potential in skateboarding because of the economy, because of how expensive it is, because nobody wants to bring them on a team or people get booted off a team. Where I'm going with this is the following. I want to ask every single one of you that is interested in helping out the larger skateboarding cause. I want to bring a video series to this channel. It'll be like a separate set of videos that are not necessarily like news related, but still informational. I want to call it Skaters on the Grind, and it will be where I interview random skaters like you and I. Doesn't have to be pro, doesn't have to be sponsor or anything. Just people that are into skateboarding, that love skateboarding, that have been skateboarding perhaps for a long time, that have this like jobs, like whether it's a trade, it's a physical labor trade, or something perhaps more on the white collar-ish, something at an office desk, anything that can represent a sustainable income to support oneself and perhaps one's family. Like if you sell insurance, if you are a plumber, an electrician, if you work at a tire place, if you work in IT, if you work perhaps in the medical field, like anything. You don't have to be a doctor. You can just be like a technician or an assistant. Anyone that can hop on a video call with me, we will record the session and I'll ask basic questions like, how long have you been working in this industry? And if you feel comfortable answering some other more specific questions like ballpark estimate, how much money do you make a year? 8th trick he does on his video part. The 8th trick. What would it take for someone that wants to join that industry, get into your field? How much does it cost? How difficult is it to get in? What type of certifications or knowledge do they need? If experience, if no experience, or recommended experience, what should the resume look like? All those things. A very quick, like bullet type video style, perhaps 10-minute tops. And skaters can watch these videos and be like, bro, I need a new job, or I need to make more money. I always wanted to get this field, but on paper, like there's ChatGPT and all these kind of articles that tell you, yeah, you need this or that. But if we can get it from the source, from people that are actually in that field, how much more real does that get? So Skaters on the Grind video series, I want to ask for your help. DM me, I don't know, my Instagram account, or here in the comment section if you're interested, if you want to share what you do with me.
Pause.
We'll do like a one-on-one video session. I'll record it, upload it, given your permission, and I'll give you guys like a shout out for your social media, I guess, handles if you want that. But it's more like a contribution for everyone else that may be struggling right now, dude. The economy's not doing so great right now. So information is key, especially information directly from the source, not from a freaking blogger, not from a person that's just like pulling things out of their butt, from people that are actually working in that field. That's what I want to do. So I appreciate in advance. Thank you so much for your help for this. And that's want to help out. You want to help out the greater community. So that's it for this one, guys. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.